and welcome back to the Daytona YouTube channel. My name is Barry Ferreira, and today we are going to be delving a little bit deeper into exactly what this car beside me is. It is of course the all-new, the world's first super tourer, Aston Martin DB12. And here we are, the brand new Aston Martin DB12, the world's first super tourer. Now, of course, we have uploaded a video of the DB12 previously. However, we haven't had a look in terms of the details and the overview of what makes the car so special. So that is what we are going to be doing here today. So where do we begin? Because this is essentially a brand new car. Of course, the successor to the DB11, which carries a bloodline that goes back 70 odd years, right back to the DB1. I think we need to start at the front because, of course, we've got the prominent front grille, which is 56% larger than it was on the DB11, all in the aid of cooling, of course, to keep that 4-litre twin-turbo V8 as cool as possible when the car is being pushed. The front lights, of course, also a brand new design, emphasizing that aggressive stance that this car carries. Lots of the components actually have been designed by artificial intelligence and would have been seen on the likes of the Vulcan and the Valkyrie, but the lights essentially have been designed in a way to create a constant and homogeneous shine in front of the car when it is, of course, traveling. Another detail worth noting is the Aston Martin badge, because this is the first time that the brand new Aston Martin badge has been put on a car, as you can see on the DB12. Now, we've mentioned the engine, so let's look at the stats and figures about what makes it class leading. Of course, it's a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 engine, and it produces 680 PS or 500 kilowatts and a whopping 800 newton meters of torque, which is more than sufficient to carry this car from 0 to 100 in 3.6 seconds and onto a top speed of 325 kilometers an hour. So what makes the DB12 so much different to that of its successor? Of course, this being an 83% new car essentially when compared to the DB11. And what makes this car so much more impressive and so much more refined over the DB11 is quite generally its breadth of capability. It's got brand new driving modes. You've got individual, GT, wet, sport, and sport plus. And what that means essentially that in GT mode, the car is much more of a GT car. However, when you put it up into Sport Plus mode, it's much more of a track focus car, enhancing that dynamic capabilities. When looking at the stance of the car, it is slightly wider than its predecessor, 6mm wider in the front and 12mm wider in the rear, enhancing that dynamic capability and its stance on the road. DB12 also features an 8-speed ZF gearbox, allowing for absolutely seamless gear shifts. And it also features a carbon fiber prop shaft, which gives you an indication of the intent of this car. Aston Martin have spared no expense when it comes to the dynamic capability of DB12, and that is evident none more so than in the tires. It features a Michelin Pilot Sport 5S tire, and what makes it special is this AML designation, standing for Aston Martin Lagonda. Yes, that's right, this tire has been specifically created for DB12. Welcome to the interior of the DB12, and this is arguably the biggest step up compared to the DB11. It features a brand new interior, and it is mighty impressive and sets the bar pretty high for competitors, that is for sure. Aston Martin's aim with DB12 was to make it faster, more powerful, more practical, more comfortable, and technologically more advanced than any of the competition, and you can see that definitely in the interior. Inside, you've got a 10.25-inch TFT display, a touchscreen where you can go through all your settings from your driving modes to your navigation, your media, obviously everything you expect from such a center-mounted screen. In addition to that, you also have a 10.25-inch driver display, which is all digital with your speedometer and your rev counter, of course, in the middle of the screen here. When looking at the center screen as well, you're looking at a 1920 by 720 resolution screen, as well as a 30 millisecond response time, meaning it's absolutely effortless to interact with, particularly with all the options that you have here in your infotainment system. When looking at the interior of the DB12, of course, all the materials are of the utmost quality. Nothing is plasticky, it's all leather and Alcantara and metal, such as the drive mode selector. If you can hear this, it's all tactile. Everything from the fan speed adjustment is all metal, and it's all just a joy to interact with. A massive step up compared to the interiors of previous generation Aston Martins. And of course, one driving mode that has not been present in Aston Martins previously is the individual driving mode. Now here you can select the essentially independence of the suspension, the exhaust note, the steering feel, and you can set that up to exactly how you would as with other individual driving mode settings that we've seen in the past. In addition to the high quality interior that the DB12 carries, this particular example is fitted with the optional Bowers & Wilkins sound system. It's a 1170 watt 11 speaker sound system, creating that audio experience that you'll come to expect from a car of this level. Now, while the DB12 is very nice to sit in and it's all well and good being a static car, I think what you would probably like to hear is what that twin turbo 4-litre V8 actually sounds like. And there we go, a very brief overview of the Aston Martin DB12, available here at Aston Martin Johannesburg and Aston Martin Cape Town. Should you have any more information, feel free to call Aston Martin Johannesburg or Aston Martin Cape Town, and they'll be able to provide you with the information that you need. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share and subscribe, and we'll catch you again very soon.